I got a new tool in the mail today. Really excited about this 3/4 inch drive ratchet. It's a Truecraft. Looks like it's manufactured by Koken. I purchased it on eBay for $82 plus $7.50 shipping. So basically $90 delivered to my door. The seller claims it's from the 70s to the 90s. This was manufactured. Works really good. Operates real smooth. Super light back drag compared to my Craftsman USA made 3/4 inch drive ratchet. Very happy with this purchase. I really just purchased it only for the ratchet. I already got a 3/4 inch drive SAE socket set going from the swap meet. So a lot of these sockets that came with the ratchet are duplicates of what I already have, but I don't mind for $90. I think this is a great deal. As you can see, it looks very similar to my 1/2 inch drive old school Koken ratchet. So it gives me the well, it says Koken on the pipe handle. So it's pretty clear that Koken made it for Truecraft. I'm not sure of the history of Truecraft. These are all, as you can see, I'm flicking off some major chrome peeling off the edge right there on the big socket. And so these sockets are beat up a little bit. The chrome is not the best. So maybe this is a mark against Koken, or maybe when they're making tools for other companies, they're not up to the specifications of, because these sockets aren't stamped Koken like the ratchet handle is. The sockets are stamped Hero, although the part number shares the first couple letters with the Koken ratchet, so it looks like it came as a set. And the sockets do say Truecraft Hero, and then the ratchet says Truecraft Koken. So again, I'm not really familiar with the history of Hero or Truecraft. I have some Koken wrenches, but I'm not really someone that studies the companies that deeply. These are all stamped Japan. And so one takeaway is the chrome is not very good. But if these are from the 70s, then, they've withstood the test of time. It was 50 years later. But they could have been from 89 in theory. So maybe they're only 30 years old. I really like the way the parts fit together. Machined with very low tolerances, tight tolerances, and it clicks into place. Very satisfying. You will need some type of punch to separate it out, or a little pick or something to engage the pin. So everything seems to be working fine. There, some light scratches and surface rust, but nothing major. There's no significant rust. And it's about 19.5 inches long, and very similar dimensions to the Craftsman USA made 3/4 inch ratchet I already owned. I bought that one at the swap meet for, I want to say, $60. So this is the tool I really wanted. This is a snap-on 1/2 inch drive 24 inch ratchet. I got this Tone flex head 24 inch and this Icon flex head 18 inch. And I wanted just a fixed head long 1/2 inch ratchet. And I know there's cheaper ones I could get, and I really wanted the snap-on one, but it was $270 or $267 before even shipping is calculated in. So I figured for $90, this Koken 3/4 inch drive is going to be stronger and get the job done. I know it's bigger, heavier, and clunkier, and most automotive people would never even consider using 3/4 inch. Here's my 1/2 inch breaker bar that I vowed to use and claimed that I didn't need a ratchet. But after buying all these ratchets, I feel like I have every ratchet I need, but it would be really nice to get that 2 foot long 1/2 inch drive snap-on ratchet. So maybe I'll start saving up for it. But for now, this $90 3/4 inch drive Koken ratchet's going to have to take its place. And, that's the same place logic I ended up with the Craftsman, is that I wanted that exact tool. It's too expensive. I was at the swap meet. I think the Craftsman was $50 approximately. So on both situations, I stand by my decision. As much as I would like to have that snap-on 1/2 inch drive, extra long handle ratchet, whether it's flex or not. At this point, I'd probably prefer a non-flex. I got so many flex heads. But these 3/4 inch ratchets are gonna have to do for me. I like the older tools. I don't feel like I'm getting ripped off buying this low tooth count ratchet. I think this is a 24 tooth count ratchet. I think both the Craftsman and this Truecraft Koken are 24 tooth ratchets. I don't mind using old used tools at all, especially if I'm saving money, and especially if they have a higher torque rating. I mean, clearly a 3/4 inch ratchet, even from the 70s, is gonna be much stronger than any 1/2 inch drive ratchet, I would assume, especially a high quality Koken or even a USA Craftsman. So here I'm going over comparing my old 3/4 inch drive chrome 12-point socket collection to my new one. I have a lot of repeats now, which is unfortunate, but like I said, I really just paid this $90 for the ratchet. All these sockets are free. The fact that they're possibly manufactured by Koken is a bonus for me. So I'm kind of I have one 6-point socket original. All the Kokens, all the Heroes are 12-point, and all my original collection is 12-point, except for one is 6-point. And I'm just putting them next to the ones I have already, and then I guess the 1 1/16 didn't come with the Koken. It doesn't go down that small. I got two of them. These are my best two brands. I got Williams on the left and a SK on the right. So I guess I get 3 new large sizes that I didn't have before, that I'll probably never use, but you never know. It's nice to have, and I don't mind having duplicate sockets. It's one tool that I'm not gonna complain about having 2 of. So next up, I'm gonna put these sockets to the side, and I'm gonna compare the Truecraft 3/4 inch Koken ratchet with my Craftsman. So this one's very similar to the old school Koken ratchets I have in the 1/2 inch, 3/8 and 1/4 inch as far as the design goes. Although this indent in the head is a new thing I haven't seen. I guess that's a 15/16 size nut, 12-point. I haven't verified that, but I plan to. I don't have any 15/16 nuts lying around. It's got the Japan stamp on the back of the pipe. I am hoping this Koken ratchet is similar to the other ones on the market, that I could just buy a longer pipe. And I've seen those on sale. They're not too expensive, I think. So right off the bat, when comparing them and using them, they're about the same size, same form factor. But when using them, that classic back drag is just so obvious on the 3/4 inch. The Koken one is so buttery smooth and light. I haven't opened it up and got in there. I can kind of see the paws on the back side of it when you're spinning it. But looks like there's some grease in there. It doesn't look too dirty. Looks like maybe the guy I bought it from maybe serviced it. But it's got a super light back drag. And when comparing the Craftsman, one thing I noticed when doing the back drag test, I don't have a gauge or anything. Maybe I'll get one, but it's not likely. I noticed that some of the cheaper ratchets, like for example this Craftsman, there's a lot of movement in the selector switch when you're ratcheting. So if you got it just laying on its back, it's really going to affect the back drag. So here's just a sample of some of the chrome that's flaking off the sockets. It's huge pieces. So it's a little unfortunate, but that's the reality of buying used old tools and paying a lot of money for them. You can't be upset about that. Thankfully, the ratchet's in good shape. So this is the final resting place